Today I am now going to discuss uncertainty relation between two operators. Means you have two operators. Uncertainty relation between two operators means you have two operators A and B. So what will be the uncertainty of A and uncertainty of what is the relation between uncertainty of A and uncertainty and B? So let's discuss about that. Suppose you have an operator A hat. Okay. You have another operator B hat. Okay. A has uncertainty delta A. Let me clearly write it. A has an uncertainty delta A and B has an uncertainty delta B. Okay. A has an uncertainty delta A and B has an uncertainty delta B. So what is the relation between delta A and delta B? There is a very important, very little but very important formula is there. Firstly, what we know that delta is what? Delta A is actually A operator square average minus A average square. Okay. And what is delta B actually? Delta B is B square operator square average minus B average square. Okay. These are delta A and delta B. And what is the relation between them? So there is a relation. The relation is such that the relation between delta A and delta B is delta A into delta B greater than equals. Let me write clearly. Greater than equals half mod average commutator relation A comma B. So this is many very important things that you should learn. So A has an uncertainty delta A, B has an uncertainty delta B, and what they have relation? They have relation such that delta A into delta B greater than equals half into mod expect A and B commutation relation of A and B and the expectation of that commutation relation. So that's it. So how can we verify it? So let's verify. Verification. So how can we verify it? Let us take A hat operator equals X, B hat operator equals Px. Okay. So A hat operator has an uncertainty delta X, B hat operator has an uncertainty delta Px. So what will be the relation between delta X and delta Px? How can we write that? So firstly write that thing delta A into delta B greater than equals half mod expectation commutation relation between A and B into mod. Now A operator has been replaced by X, so delta X. B operator has been replaced by delta Px greater than equals, it can be written as mod expectation X comma Px. So delta X delta Px can be written as, let me write clearly, delta X delta Px greater than equals half mod expectation X comma Px expectation, or we can write half mod I h cut expectation. Expectation of constant is what? Expectation of constant is itself that constant value. And what is the mod of I? Mod of I is 1. So we can write greater than equals h cut by 2. So relation between delta X and delta Px can be written as relation between delta X and delta Px can be written as greater than equals h cut by 2. So this is actually uncertainty relation. That means delta X and delta Px has minimum value of uncertainty is h cut by 2, which is actually applicable for Gaussian wave function. For Gaussian wave function, h cut by 2 is minimum wave function, minimum uncertainty we will get minimum uncertainty for Gaussian wave function otherwise delta x or delta px greater than equals h cut by 2. This relation is applicable. So what we learned, that if an operator A has an uncertainty delta A, and if an operator B has an uncertainty delta B, so it can be written as delta A delta B greater than equals half into mod expectation A comma B. That's it. Now if A and B commute, if A and B commute means they are simultaneously measurable. If A and B commute means what? Means A comma B is 0, that means they are simultaneously measurable. Simultaneously measurable. So commutation relation between delta and commutation relation between A and B is 0. So delta and delta B can be written as what? Delta A delta B greater than equals 0. So for A and B, if A and B commute, then delta A delta B is greater than 0. That means uncertainty product is greater than 0. So that's it for today. It's very little but very urgent thing that you should all know. So thanks for patiently watching. Next we will bring more important and more detailed things of quantum mechanics and any things of physics, any important matter of physics, whatever it may be, EMT, mathematical physics or quantum mechanics, according to your demand we will bring that. So that is it for today. Thank you for patiently watching. Bye.